flames. This right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum. Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight, your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe. Breathing into the mind, no judgment, just observation. That joy of all possibilities as you move into the higher potential and well-being. This ray is therefore known as the ray of joy and highest potentials. This ray, I just want to take a moment to just gaze at it, telepathically connect with it. Maybe even take a couple of breaths as well. Let the synchronicities begin. A good affirmation for this ray is, you guys can repeat this if you'd like. I am joy. I am health, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. I am expanding my understanding of my soul purpose. So, and we're about to dive into this chakra a little bit and talk about it. This ray correlates to the soul star chakra, so just like I was talking about with the blueprints and the codes, this is where we're able to access our etheric records, and we're able to do soul retrieval, time travel, and heal different fractured parts of our soul, past life regression, which is what that kind of is. And this is also where shamans do a lot of shamanic healing when we go into plant medicine.
Together, they minister to everyone who is in need of spiritual and physical healing. Their retreat is located in the etheric realm over Fatima, Portugal, and it's a holy focus of healing where pilgrims have felt the radiation of the healing flame since Mother Mary's appearance there in 1917. As it's written in the Masters and their retreats, quote, the healing flame that blazes on the altar of his retreat was anchored in the physical octave when Mother Mary appeared to the 3 shepherd children at Fatima in 1917.
Wow, this is pretty interesting. So it says here that Moses' first act of public record, he took into the law into his own hands, and for the first time allowed his sympathy for the Hebrews to be known. That's cool. Fosters self-love, compassion, and forgiveness, and contributes to a positive mindset. So that is Amazonite. I'll go ahead and show you guys the Amazonite that I have. It's a striped Amazonite. Grand day, grand rising to you, depending upon where you are in this time space that you are watching this live or on the replay. My name is Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, and I'm grateful to be here today. Welcome to another episode of Grand Rising with ChristoLight, where we explore our universal time matrix, the Ascended Masters, rays of light, as well as different crystals as well. As you can see from the last episode, we went over the 9th ray of light, and that 9th ray was the turquoise ray. And with the turquoise ray, we connected with a lot of the intentions and energies of basically the bridging between our heart and our communication. And it's also the kind of bridging of using our consciousness with our emotional expressions. So that was our last episode, the 9th ray, the turquoise ray. And we're going to go ahead and dive into our self-scan, self-check-in before we move into the 10th ray of light today, which we will dive into in just a moment. So we have the Magical Dimensions Oracle. And today I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Today I'm going to pull a card for us, for the collective, and then we can connect with the energy of this card. And we can then bring it into our self-scan, self-check-in. And if you're new to that, self-scan, self-check-in is where I basically guide us through a meditative breathwork practice. And we go through observing our mind to see if there's anything in our mind that could use clearing or more balance and peace. And we direct the breath to the mind. Then we go into the emotions and we check out our emotional field. Is there anything in our emotions that we need to release? Is there anything that we need to rebalance or regulate? And then we make our way into the physical body, breathing into any physical ailments, any cancerous cells, or anything else that could be hindering our physical well-being. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for us. We have the Magical Dimensions Oracle. It's got galactic cards, fae cards, elemental, and angelic. And then there's also some bonus 7 chakra cards as well. Okay. So our card today from the collective is the root chakra or root portal. The root chakra. Vitality, stability, and survival, as well as fearful, number 33. So, a little bit about the root chakra for you guys. The root chakra is our foundation center. It is our foundation to our physical well-being and our physical reality. So it is our stability. It is our ability to have inner peace. It is our ability to have a regulated nervous system that is grounded to the earth. It is our ability to feel connected to the energetic abundance of the earth grid. And with that, that is how we feel more of our connection to resources, to support, as well as other living beings of the earth. Along with this, the root chakra is also the center where we are able to feel safety. It is where we are able to feel stability in our life. When I say safety, I mean that inner safety. That safety that doesn't require the outside world to validate that we are safe, that we are here and we are living and we have a purpose. We are the I am. When we're balanced in our root chakra, then we are just grounded and we are accepting that I am. I am a being. I have free will. I get to make change. So they say this is our survival center. It's where we get our basic needs from the earth, is through this energy center. So if it's blocked up, it can be a struggle for us to accumulate a healthy career path, to accumulate finances, to accumulate resources for survival. It's also the beginning to where we're either in lack mindset or we are in abundance mindset. And then I'm also going to share this as well. This root chakra, it gets heavily blocked up in this human life when we are carrying pain from this life in the past, whenever we are carrying fear, if we are constantly being triggered into reactive fight or flight tendencies, these are all manifestations and symptoms of blockage. So as we go into our self-scan, self-check-in today, and we're going to pair this with our root chakra. Let's take a moment to consider, are there currently anything in our human life presently, and just from an honest, non-judging standpoint, is there anything in our human life that is potentially just getting in the way of our ability to feel inner peace, acceptance, and being present and grounded in the moment? Is it a fear about the future? Is it things from the past that are causing pain and discomfort, resentment? Are we feeling like we're holding on to anger, frustration? And lastly, are we getting triggered into fight or flight? Is our nervous system unregulated? Are we having a hard time with just being able to be present? And is there any fears in your current life that you are carrying? If any of this is present in this moment, feel free to reflect upon it. You can even grab your journal if you would like. And while you're doing so, I'm actually going to go ahead and go grab my root chakra singing bowl for us as we go into this clearing and self-check-in. I didn't expect to use my singing bowls for this episode, but since the root chakra came up, I'm going to go ahead and grab it. So I'll be right back. You guys check out this promo. Next month on the 13th and 14th of September, I'm hosting a 2-day elemental workshop drum medicine retreat out here in Lake Hope, Ohio, which is by Hocking Hills area.
Why do so many seekers say their lives changed after one weekend in nature? Could a drum beat really open your heart? Come find out at Soul Family Rising. On September 13th and 14th, journey with us to Lake Hope in the heart of Zaleski State Forest, Ohio, for a 2-night elemental drum medicine retreat like no other. Surrounded by ancient trees and fresh air, you'll step into a true soul family, where connection, healing, and laughter are all part of the rhythm. Our flow shops are led by an incredible team. Christina Cheyenne of Sacred Vibrations, Victoria Ann Ilg, Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness, and Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light. They'll guide you in elemental practices that bring balance and clarity, tapping into earth, water, fire, air, and spirit. Plus, don't miss our special guest, Chuck Wilson of Walkin' Drums, a master shamanic drum maker whose drum flow shop is truly unforgettable. Whether you're new to drumming or a seasoned spirit traveler, you'll feel the power of rhythm to awaken and heal. All meals, blessed with love and gratitude by Grandmother Katie Singing Eagle, are included, with vegetarian options so everyone feels nourished. Bring your kids, your parents, your friends. This retreat is truly family-friendly, with ages 8 and under free, 9 to 16 just $20, and adults only $55 for the whole weekend. Camping, meals, flow shops, all covered. Just bring yourself, an open heart, and a sense of wonder. Space is limited, so register now by scanning the QR code or visiting the link on our flyer. Questions? Text Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580. This September, let's rise together. Your soul family is waiting.
So yeah, you guys can still sign up. Coming up next month, Soul Fam Rising, 2-day drum medicine, elemental healing workshops, all meals provided by Grandma Kitty Singing Eagle, and it's only $55. Includes camping in the middle of the state forest. You can also paddle, canoe at Lake Hope. Oh my goodness, man. I grabbed the wrong one. I literally looked inside it and thought I saw the same symbol. The universe is so funny. The universe is so funny. Well, that being said, I will be right back again. Unbelievable. Guess we can't be perfect, huh? Alrighty. We got the right singing bowl this time. So we're about to do our self-scan, self-check-in. Got the root chakra. And just remember our intention. Our intention is, do we have any fear? Are we holding on to any pain? Is there any anger, resentment? Is there any lack of melody that we are carrying currently? And as we observe this, we're going to take a moment for our self-scan, self-check-in. Take some breaths to go into stillness and to clear out our root chakra portal. With that being said, before you get comfortable, we'll be back in 44. Hey man, technology can be so funny sometimes. I swear. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves ready because we are gonna clear out and open our root chakra. Got the root chakra bowl. Our collective card for today is the root portal, with the intention of clearing out anything that's in the way of our survival, anything that's keeping us in pain, fear, anger, resentment, lack mentality. Let's bring it forward and get ready to release and let go. So we may clear up our channels and open up our manifestation, attraction waves. And you can sit, you can lay down, and stand for this practice as we go through and clear our root chakra, relaxing our shoulders down to the side, relaxing our toes and our fingers, relaxing our jaw as well. Feel free to rotate your body in any way that you feel. Stretch if you need. We'll go ahead and begin focusing on our breath, breathing in through the nose, drawing the breath down to the root chakra, and exhaling out of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth. As we continue to breathe, we're breathing into our root chakra, helping expand and clear. If there's any pain, fear, if there's any lack mentality, if there's any anger that feels stored in our energy field, may we continue to breathe into it. To give it awareness and to give it unconditional love with every breath. But while we let go of this fear, we are embracing love, we are embracing support, we are embracing that we are one with the divine creator. I am supported, I am abundant, I am nourished. nourished by Mother Gaia while I'm in this journey with this vehicle. I am. Breathing with the root chakra, planting those roots out of the root chakra, the earth, stabilizing, harmonizing into our physical makeup. I am safe. I am resourceful. I am here with a purpose as I exist. Taking one more moment just to be still and to be present. This is feel any releasing as well as activation. Tuning in to the more clear current of your electromagnetic field. Taking a final deep breath. You are so loved. You are so loved. May you remember this in this moment, that you are so loved. To be here and to be in free will and to be the I am. So thank you. Thank you for sharing this space. Thank you for sharing these moments. Thank you for being the divine consciousness embodied. So let's go ahead and bring ourselves present with the live. You can open your eyes, come to your body at your own will. And we are going to get ready, go ahead and dive into and explore the next ray of light, which is going to be the 10th ray, the Pearlescent Ray.
Unlock the Pearlescent Ray. Join ChristoLight's Grand Rising. This is why you need to know about the Pearlescent Ray. It's the 10th ray of divine light, sparking grand awakenings. Here's a quick preview. The Pearlescent Ray is pure. The Pearlescent Ray is radiant. The Pearlescent Ray is unique. Think of it as the bridge between your soul and higher consciousness. Tuning into this energy can help you embrace new beginnings, wash away old patterns, and amplify your spiritual growth. Imagine starting your day aligned with clarity and peace. That's the magic of the Pearlescent Ray. Want to go deeper? Join Grand Rising with ChristoLight. We unlock the secrets of all divine rays, especially this shimmering 10th energy. Curious? Hit subscribe. Let's journey into light together.
All right. So that is going to be our divine ray of light that we are exploring today on this episode. And that is the 10th ray, the pearlescent ray of divine light. So let's go ahead and move right in. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Share this video, this live, with any loved ones, any community members, any esoteric students that love the universe and learning about it. It's the good stuff right here. This is the stuff that goes into the Ascended Masters, the Universal Time Matrix that we're a part of, crystals, divine rays of light, esoteric healing, alchemy. This is all in it right here. So if you know folks that love this, give it a share. And if you love this, give this a subscribe and like. All right. The 10th ray, the pearlescent ray of the light body, by Nancy Robbins. She's got the same last name as me, Robbins. Nancy Robbins. It's an awesome site. It has all, I think, 1 through 18 of divine rays. So it's pretty interesting when you really dive into each of these rays. It's also down in the description as well for you guys if you're looking on the YouTube or Facebook side. So we're going to begin. The 10th pearlescent ray of the light body. This ray is a combination of a pearlescent white and soft rose light. It encodes patterns of divinity into the physical body, creating deeper soul integration and expansion of light into the light body. Your light body contains structures of higher dimensional light that is a vehicle for consciousness. The 10th ray awakens dormant DNA, multidimensional memories, and access to understanding your true divinity. It combines the first 3 divine rays with white light, the blue ray of power, the yellow of wisdom, the pink of love, the triple flame that shines within the heart. This combination brings balance to love, power, and wisdom, integrates them with the soul. It propels ascension from the 3rd dimensional to 5th dimensional states, and expansion into infinite love. It places focus on acceptance of the new paradigm, enhancing the light body, and merging with your higher self. It helps you reach a state of balance and harmony within oneself and with the world. The qualities generated from this ray are peace, enlightenment, insight, higher wisdom, love, harmony, serenity, bliss, prosperity, detachment. An affirmation for this ray: I am meditation, contemplation, prayer, and peace. I am love and light. If you guys would like to repeat that with me, feel free. I'm going to go over that affirmation one more time for the pearlescent ray. I am meditation, contemplation, prayer, and peace. I am love and light. Ashe. All right, so continuing on. If you would like to open to the 10th ray, which also aids in opening and stabilizing the soul star chakra above the head, you can work with the color above. Visualize breathing with white and pink merged vibration from source through the crown of your head. Imagine crown breathing as dolphins and whales do, and allow it to pool in your heart center. Feel the luminous opening and perfect equilibrium of the ray fill you and radiate all the beings on earth and the universe as you create yourself in the joy of your will aligning with divine will, in service to source, humanity, and Gaia, as we collectively shift into a state of unity, oneness, and co-creation with love. This ray correlates to your divine creativity chakra, which harmonizes your divine masculine and divine feminine energies and helps awaken your skills and wisdom from lifetimes and integrates them into your whole self to assist your expansion into higher dimensional states of well-being. Grand Rising Jen, welcome in. We are talking about the 10th ray of divine light, the pearlescent ray at the moment. And we also pulled a collective card, and it was the root chakra portal. So we talked about the root chakra, and then we also did a self-scan, self-check-in to help anchor and clear our root chakra. All right, pretty interesting. So a little bit about the soul star chakra, just to give you guys a recap. We actually talked about it in the last episode, but the soul star chakra is part of the 12 chakra system, and it's about 8 inches above the crown of the head. And the soul star chakra, it represents basically the access or the gateway into the Akashic field. So it's how we access the Akashic records. It is also where we can view our timelines and do soul retrieval. It's also the shamanic gateway portal, where we do shamanic work and other transcendental experiences like hypnosis and astral travel. So that's the soul star chakra. It also contains like some of our blueprints from our timelines, as well as karmic patterns that could be in our timeline history as well. So we can do past life regression, as well as other Akashic-like activities through the soul star chakra. And also in a way too, it's kind of like that connection point of higher soul blueprint purpose and physical reality. So it's like that bridge. So that's the soul star chakra, which they mentioned very briefly. All right. So we're going to continue on. We're going to talk about some ascended masters and other guides that connect with this 10th ray. And we'll also watch some videos as well. So the chief ascended masters overseeing the 10th divine ray are Lady Karashu and her twin flame Ala Gobi. They bring us the spirit of peace in order for us to create stillness, to hear our higher wisdom. Lady Karushu introduced the idea of Shambhala in India long ago. Wow, that's pretty cool. Lady Karashu introduced the idea of Shambhala in India long ago. Together, they help you to gain and maintain a calm and balanced life despite external forces. Ala Gobi provides the foundation of inner calm, and Karushu's energy provides the active infusion of the pearlescent ray. They help us find the true meaning of life and to assist us in being our greatest light. In life, we get entangled with so many things that instead of pushing us forward, they hold us back. These masters encourage us that it is time to release those things that are not meaningful to us in order to attain our life purpose and soul mission. We are reminded that we came to this world as an empty vessel. So there is no need to carry things that we have no authority over, or we need not own. The most important thing in our physical life is to learn, to experience, and to understand. For you to understand, you need calmness of body, mind, and soul. This will help us to take in whatever experiences we come across and then translate it into something meaningful into our lives. In this way, we master the art of consent, our constant motion, and learn to quiet our minds and emotions. We can create stillness where we can hear the voices of our inner wisdom from our higher self. This is also important in the art of communication. You first make sure you feel composed and empty so that you can pay attention to the detail and the message being communicated. Take your time to carefully think, digest the message that you have received. This will help you to come up with a substantial response. Very nice. So then we got some key figures that we're about to dive into with some videos. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, or if you have anything to add to what is being talked about, feel free to drop it in there as well. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and watch a couple of videos over 2 different guides that connect us with this ray of light, the Pearlescent Ray. And these guides also, they connect with other rays as well, but they're also masters of the Pearlescent Ray. So the first one, I think you guys are going to find pretty intriguing.
Archangel Metatron is the ultimate embodiment of empowerment and spiritual ascension. Along with Sandalphon, he stands as one of only 2 angels to have ascended from a human incarnation on Earth, thus earning him unparalleled wisdom and insight into the human experience. As the scribe of the Book of Life, Metatron holds an important task of recording every choice made in heaven and on earth, making him the ultimate guide to accessing the spiritual power within ourselves. His mystical light cube, known as the Merkaba or Metatron's cube, contains all the geometric shapes in God's creation, representing the very patterns that make up the fabric of our universe. It also serves as a conduit for the etheric body, and occasionally, the physical body, to journey to other dimensions, realms, and universes, where we can delve deeper into the mysteries and hidden layers of existence. Working with Metatron means embracing a path of intense vibrational ascension. Through his light work and energy cleansing, he helps release us from the shackles of negativity that hold us back, physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. He is a powerful force of change, urging us to adopt a more positive mindset, one that empowers us to create the life we desire. If you see the number 11, a symbol closely associated with Metatron, know that he is making his presence known to you. If you catch a whiff of peppercorn or other herbs, this is a sign that he is calling out to you, urging you to pay attention. In the presence of Archangel Metatron, you may experience flashes of light or see deep violet colors or silver lights, attesting to the fiery nature of his presence. Trust in his power and guidance, and he will remain by your side, lighting the path towards spiritual ascension and empowerment. Here's a channeled message from Archangel Metatron to you. Dear one, have faith and never fear, your hopes and dreams are valid. They will lead you to your true alignment and purpose. don't fear that you may not be able to achieve them, because by living in alignment, you bring more joy to yourself and you are living your dream at the moment. Money and power don't matter if you are not fully aligned to your purpose and happiness. Have faith and live in joy each day, because all that you truly desire will always come to you. We are at a great precipice in human history wherein more people will be aligned to a calling for higher dimensions. What you truly need to do now is to have faith. Stand strong in what you know is right, to take care of yourself and those around you. You are a microcosm of the universe and there are worlds within you. As above, so below. What is within you is reflected on the outside, so always do the inner work of letting go of those things that don't work for you anymore so you can expand. You expand with the cosmos. All you have to do now is to enjoy your life, do good, and love. Love even the darkest parts of yourself and give love and understanding to the darkest things you see in the world. Everyone and everything is one. You are always being guided towards your ascension. Enjoy the journey. There's no need to see the end of it all at once. Your soul came here for this journey.
All right. So yeah, Archangel Metatron. Good old Metatron. I'm sure some of us have a personal experience or two with Metatron in our life. And he is the chief of all the archangels. He actually was incarnated as Enoch in the book of Enoch. And that's why he was able to be so connected to the extraterrestrials and the angels. If you guys have read the book of Enoch before. So that's a little bit about one of the ascended angels that you can connect with in your everyday life and be able to access more of this pearlescent 10th ray of light, as Archangel Metatron helps with reconfiguring our sacred geometry, our blueprint system, and our mapping to the coding of our being in our light body DNA. So that is one reason why Metatron is a great guide to connect with, because of that coding and sacred geometry mapping to access your codes of your soul blueprint. Because we have a oversoul, and through that oversoul, we have a organic balanced blueprint that is like a master blueprint of our balanced self. And then our whole objective when we're ascending with these human third dimensional bodies is that we're trying to anchor and trying to ground in the balanced blueprint codes of our organic blueprint so that we can be our most highest self while in the physical body. And then from there, that is how we transform, transfigure, and embody more of our higher light through our DNA into our everyday physical human life. And that's why I was talking about, the soul star chakra. It was talking about the 10th ray of light, helping us access and activate our light body codes in our DNA. It all correlates. So we'll go ahead and now talk about another guide. And this guide is a tremendously popular figure. I mean, it doesn't really get more popular than this, but we're going to go ahead and learn about this wonderful ascended guide and how he carries this pearlescent ray of light into our life as well.
The story of the Buddha's life, like all of Buddhism, is a story about confronting suffering. He was born sometime between the 6th and 4th century BC, the son of a wealthy king in the Himalayan foothills of Nepal. It was prophesied that the young Buddha, then called Siddhartha Gautama, would either become the emperor of India or a very holy man. Since Siddhartha's father desperately wanted him to become the former, he kept the child isolated in a palace. Young Gautama had every imaginable luxury, jewels, servants, lotus ponds, even beautiful dancing women. For 29 years, Gautama lived in bliss, protected from the smallest misfortunes of the outside world. But then he left the palace for short excursions. What he saw amazed him. First he met a sick man, then an aging man, and then a dying man. He was astounded to discover that these unfortunate people represented normal, indeed inevitable parts of the human condition that would one day touch him too. Horrified and fascinated, Gautama made a fourth trip outside the palace walls and encountered a holy man who'd learned to seek spiritual life in the midst of the vastness of human suffering. Inspired by the holy man, Gautama left the palace for good. He tried to learn from other holy men. He almost starved himself to death by avoiding all physical comforts and pleasures, as they did. Perhaps unsurprisingly, it didn't bring him solace from suffering. Then he thought of a moment when he was a small boy. Sitting by the river, he'd noticed that when the grass was cut, the insects and their eggs were trampled and destroyed. As a child, he'd felt a deep compassion for the tiny insects. Reflecting on his childhood compassion, Gautama felt a profound sense of peace. He ate, meditated, and finally reached the highest state of enlightenment, nirvana. It refers to the blowing out of the flames of desire. With this, Gautama had become the Buddha, the awakened one. The Buddha awoke by recognizing that all of creation, from distraught ants to dying human beings, is unified by suffering. Recognizing this, the Buddha discovered how to best approach suffering. First, one shouldn't bathe in luxury, nor abstain from food and comforts altogether. Instead, one ought to live in moderation. The Buddha called this the middle way. This allows for maximal concentration on cultivating compassion for others and seeking enlightenment. Next, the Buddha described a path to transcending suffering called the Four Noble Truths. The first noble truth is the realization that first prompted the Buddha's journey, that there is suffering and constant dissatisfaction in the world. The second is that this suffering is caused by our desires. As the Buddha said, attachment is the root of all suffering. The third truth is that we can transcend suffering by removing or managing these desires. The Buddha thus made the remarkable claim that we must change our outlook, not our circumstances. We are unhappy not because we don't have enough money, love, or status, but because we're greedy, vain, and insecure. By reorienting our minds, we can grow to be content. With the correct behavior and what we now term a mindful attitude, we can also become better people. We can invert negative emotions and states of mind, turning ignorance into wisdom, anger into compassion, and greed into generosity. The fourth and final noble truth the Buddha uncovered is that we can learn to move beyond suffering through what he termed the Noble Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path involves a series of aspects of behaving right and wisely. Right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. What strikes the Western observer is the notion that wisdom is a habit, not merely an intellectual realization. One must exercise one's nobler impulses on a regular basis, as one would train a limb. The moment of understanding is only one part of becoming a better person. After his death, the Buddha's followers collected his sutras, sermons or sayings, into scripture, and developed texts to guide followers in meditation, ethics, and mindful living. The monasteries that had developed during the Buddha's lifetime grew and multiplied throughout China and East Asia. For a time, Buddhism was particularly uncommon in India itself, and only a few quiet groups of yellow-clad monks and nuns roamed the countryside, meditating quietly in nature. But then, in the 3rd century BC, an Indian king named Ashoka grew troubled by the wars he had fought and converted to Buddhism. He sent monks and nuns far and wide to spread the practice. Buddhist spiritual traditions spread across Asia and eventually throughout the world. Buddha's followers divided into two main schools, Theravada Buddhism, which colonized Southeast Asia, and Mahayana Buddhism, which took hold in China and Northeast Asia. Today, there are between 0.5 and 1.5 billion Buddhists in both East and West, following the Buddha's teachings and seeking a more enlightened and compassionate state of mind. Intriguingly, the Buddha's teachings are important regardless of our spiritual identification. Like the Buddha, we're all born into the world not realizing how much suffering it contains, and unable to fully comprehend that misfortune, sickness, and death will come to us too. As we grow older, this reality often feels overwhelming, and we may seek to avoid it altogether. But the Buddha's teachings remind us of the importance of facing suffering directly. we must do our best to liberate ourselves from the grip of our own desires, and recognize that suffering can be viewed as part of our common connection with others, spurring us to compassion and gentleness.
All right. So good old great Buddha is a representative of the 10th ray of light that we can connect with as well. So with that, let's go ahead and take a moment, and we're going to take a break. If you guys want to hydration check, or if you guys would like to maybe even grab a snack or use the bathroom, feel free. But we're going to take a moment, we're going to take a little break and come back. We're going to talk about some crystals that we can connect with. And then we're also going to talk about Andromeda. So I'm sure some of us have heard about Andromeda. Andromeda is a more heavenly, dimensional, how do I describe Andromeda? Galaxy compared to our typical 12 dimensions here. And it actually ascends beyond our 12-dimensional realm. So we'll talk about Andromeda here in a moment. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take a break. So feel free to hydrate, use the restroom, and I'll see you guys in a moment.
Experience the transformative power of ancient healing traditions. Welcome to a unique retreat where generations come together to heal and grow. From October 17th to 19th, just outside Cincinnati, dive into a rare generational healing retreat with camping hosted by ChristoLight of Sacred Light. This retreat is part of the Ancient Medicine Retreat series, featuring the honorable sacred guest, Peruvian shaman Don Eduardo with his wife, and his incredible team that includes Kevin Standing Elk, Jonathan Hernandez, Ashley Ballard, and Chris Rust. Join us for sacred ceremonies, flow shops, and one-on-one healing sessions led by skilled sacred space holders like Violet Lyrafe, Donnie Yvette, Mandy Schmidt, Jean Wilkerson, Cecily Simpson, and Angelic Ray. Feel the energy shift as you immerse yourself in holistic well-being. Bask in the healing power of live music from artists like Amber Echo, Shay Brown, Evan Sturgeon of Sturgeon Friends, Emerald Alliance, Aura de Prophet, and Illuminati Congo. And let's not forget the fire and flow arts that will light up our nights. Nourish your soul with delicious plant-based meals prepared by sacred indigenous chef, Grandma Katie Singing Eagle. Explore the vibrant energy of crystal gemstones with Allie Pratt from Organics Essence Gems and Gifts. This retreat is family-friendly with no alcohol or substances outside of 420. With a dedicated kiddo area and activities led by Shay Brown, everyone in the family can benefit from this healing experience. Thanks to our partnership with AJ Lardy of Operation Oscar Mike Inc., this retreat promises a supportive community atmosphere, especially for military vets looking for healing. Spaces are limited. Contact Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580 for pricing and scheduling if needed. Visit the site on the flyer or the Jotform link in the description to register. Don't miss out on this transformative journey. One love.
Resurrected from the night, had to pay that price to achieve new heights. Fight with all my might to enlighten my sight. We coasting with potion, high five to the ground, bitch. We chosen. Silly, got the flow like the ocean. Can escape when your brain is eroding. We go that light. Chakras hella bright. Check my triple sight. Yeah, you know we consciously. We got that light. Chakras hella bright.
Got that light, chakras hella bright, triple sight. Oh, you know we all the mission conscious living. Aura the Prophet, shout out to Aura the Prophet. So Aura the Prophet is going to be a part of that retreat, as you guys know. Illuminati Congo, Evan Sturgeon Friends. We got Amber Echo, got Shay Brown. We got so many beautiful souls coming out for this October retreat. Peruvian shaman from Peru, handful of holistic practitioners, indigenous home-cooked meals. I mean, you cannot ask for anything better. If you're an ancient soul that loves ancient company and sacred space, it's the space for you. And coming up, starting next week, you guys can tune in. We're going to be starting to do live podcasts, and we're going to be interviewing different music artists, different practitioners, and other beautiful souls that will be at the October retreat. And you guys will be able to get to know a little bit about them, hear some of the stories, the background that you don't hear about from some of your favorite music artists, as well as practitioners, and also learn a little bit about myself, Marcus ChristoLight, who I am, how I got to this status of what I'm doing, and why I'm doing what I'm doing through my journey. So I look forward to it. It's going to be a beautiful journey. And with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on. And let's talk about some crystals to help connect us with this pearlescent ray. So our first crystal that we're going to talk about for the pearlescent ray, I'll pull up on this screen share for you guys. We are going to be talking about moonstone. Moonstone is a quite popular and trendy crystal that people love. So moonstone is good for helping with the natural rhythms of life. It brings protection, love, and wisdom, balances the hormones, enhances fertility, promotes the intuition, as well as life purpose. Moonstone is also commonly known for helping bring emotional balance, and it can also bring soothing to the mind, body, and spirit. Good old moonstone. Next crystal we're going to talk about is going to be opalite. So opalite I mean, opal is definitely one of my favorites, especially to look at. Good old opal. It is known to be helpful for alleviating depression, calm anxiety, and improve communication. It also is known to help the crown and the third eye, helps with clearing your thinking and new beginnings. And then it also helps with softening the energy field so that more light can pass through. It's also beneficial for relationships. Last thing here it says too is that it is great for healing practices and is thought to channel inner power and enhance emotional balance. That is opalite. Next one I'd like to talk about is flower agate. So flower agate helps with growth, manifestation, emotional healing. It is basically known as the gardener of dreams. So it helps symbolize the journey of growth and self-discovery, helping us nurture our pure ambitions and reach their full potential. Helps with connecting the heart and the root chakra, giving emotional balance, self-love, and courage. It also releases emotional blockages, fosters a sense of inner peace and joy. And I actually have a nice piece here for you guys to look at. Flower agate. Very unique. Super different. That's flower agate. So next one's going to be pearl. Let's talk about pearl, of course, pearlescent. So pearls are believed to have several healing properties. Pearls are known for emotional healing. For the heart chakra, can help release negative emotions like anger and sadness. Can also promote love, compassion, and happiness. Physical benefits: it boosts the immune system, protects against negative energies, and promotes spiritual growth. Fertility and birth: pearls are thought to aid in fertility and ease the birthing process. And then they're also known for perfection, attracting luck as well. So overall balance associated with purity, balance, and inner wisdom, helps absorb negative energy and protects the aura. And that is the good old pearls. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about Andromeda. I'm sure some of us have heard of Andromeda before. Good old Andromeda. They've even made video games and movies based off of Andromeda, such as Mass Effect. Not sure if you guys remember that game, but back in my childhood, we had Mass Effect on Xbox. And Mass Effect came out with one called Mass Effect Andromeda. That was very interesting to me. So we're going to read a little bit about Andromeda. And then we're going to close out and call it a day for today. So Andromeda, the Andromeda Galaxy. The ancient galactic portal connected from Giza once allowed passage through Sirius B and then through the Andromeda Galaxy. Andromeda has a galactic core that spirals and connects into our Milky Way galactic core during the ascension cycle. Currently, there is a tremendous amount of activity underway in this area around Giza on the Earth and Andromedan energies. The Giza portal is the heart chakra location on the Earth. It also corresponds to the fourth gate and the fourth dimension. This portal is also interconnected to the location of the Hall of Records that releases the universal memory into the planetary memory banks. Once the Sphinx, the Great Pyramid, and Earth core open, this makes a planetary and soul incarnational memory available to humans with a minimum of fourth DNA strand activations. The galactic center and the Andromedan galactic core are intersecting. Got the hiccups going on. Releasing some energies. Another way to say this is that we are finally intersecting with the original core of our creation, the center point of all union. There is an aurora platform that creates passage between the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy. The Aquiferian Andromedan Councils. The Aquiferian races were lines that were a part of the original crystal star human race lines that became extinct in this universal time matrix after the Electric Wars. When the Mother Arc was ignited in the Earth core, the inner gates which connect to Andromeda were opened through the crystal core of the Earth. The protectors of the crystal core are of these Christic races called the Aquiferians or Aqualines. The Aquiferian councils from Andromeda started to be able to be in contact with the Indigo race lines approximately early 2008. My first contact with them was in spring equinox of 08. Oh my goodness, these hiccups. And they were a part of the councils helping to hold Mother Arc principles in the core and to help activate the crystal hearts of the Sophianic body for the planet. Many of us are genetically related to the Aquiferian races, which have a direct genetic relationship to Christ's lineages. Some of us will undergo genetic rehabilitation through our Aquiferian DNA links, which connect us to the future planet in Andromeda Galaxy. For some of us, this is our future ascended Christos body in the next incarnation. Another name for the Andromeda Galaxy is the Aquinos Galaxy. Andromedan Council, the Tri-Matrix of Crystal Star. Many of the Crystal Guardians affiliated with the Andromedan Councils and the Tri-Matrix of Crystal Star were not experienced as strategic war generals with advanced training in AI-based targeting technologies. This required first getting past the blank slating and consciousness sweeps of military-grade psycho-emotional warfare and direct through stream implantations in order to see what had happened in our past as a result of negative agenda invasion. Oh my goodness, man. Sourcing the invasion from a neighboring fallen universal system revealed the source of the infection as a result of AI hybridization that generated stacks of fallen phantom-based realities, allowing a glimpse into the far advanced future timelines. More specifically, the artificial timelines of those fallen races that had chosen to decimate multiple civilizations filled with living species on their quest for immortality by existing in the godless worlds of artificial intelligence. Jeez, man. Something's activating and clearing. Goodness. Pretty interesting. The Aurora platform. So I'll read this and then we'll close out. The Aurora platform, the consciousness units of the next universe. The rays of the next universe, the beings that live there in alignment with Crystal Star and Unity Intelligence are called Aurora. Crystal Star works with the Aurora to build Aurora platforms that are safe zones that step over the reversal fields running on the Earth. From the frequency fence and the NET, the Aurora platforms allow access into the passageway that leads to the area of the Ascension Earth in Andromeda. This is the Aquili matrix that transmits the Mother's Aqua Ray daughter codes into the Earth crystal caverns. The elemental re-encryption process of the Avatar of Ascension project as a part of the Aurora Guardian families is an adjustment that actually changes the coordinations of your birth blueprint and its genetic imprint on the flesh. An encryption is a set of vibrations that hold energetic intention. Every thought that a person has is an encryption that takes up. Wow. I need to slow down. All right. An encryption is a set of vibrations that hold energetic intention. Every thought that a person has is an encryption that takes us closer to or further from alignment with God's source. The Aurora re-encryption is to return the divine blueprint that is encrypted in our silicate matrix as the crystal star or Christ coding. When our meditation journeys, the Aurora platform allows us to take a portion of our consciousness and a portion of our body into projection or glide. The first consciousness projection glides are to the closest safe zone spaces, the Aurora platforms in our Earth atmosphere. This is the ability to move one's etheric body out with one's consciousness in it and go to visit places that are in the ascension system. What is with these hiccups, man? There is an Aurora platform that creates passage between the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy. All right. So that is some knowledge and information about Andromeda. And with that, we're going to go ahead and close out for this episode. So as we close out, let's just take a moment. And let's just bring it to stillness for a second and just connect with this pearlescent ray and these beautiful energies that we have learned about today, came into remembrance of. So if you may, just relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax your toes, relax your fingers. Go ahead and focus on taking some deep breaths to the body. Taking a moment just to be present with the breath, to welcome in this pearlescent ray of light. Breathing in softness, breathing in pearl energy. This begins to wash and soften any rigid emotions, any attachments, and any other lower densities that are causing blockages in our field. Ushimeyana tukuma ineyana suteya ku ma shineyana kute meyana suteyana eshumoneyaka tu ma iana sitiya. Breathing in this pearlescent ray of light. Breathing out love. And staying present with this pearlescent ray as it continues to wash and purify, as well as enlighten our light body, clearing any dormant codes, as well as activating any oversoul blueprints in our DNA. Staying with the breath. Being present. As we sit in this moment with our breath, with our consciousness, we may interact and set intentions with Archangel Metatron. What it is that we would like to either clear, that we would like to embody and anchor more of into our life, or if we just would like to be open to receiving and embodying more of our higher organic soul purpose and blueprint. Maybe allow this moment to be that moment where we set that intention and receive from Metatron. Me na sute e ma kona ya na te ma shune ya na e ya na tu me ya na pu ya pi sune ya na kuta me ya na kote ya she na tu me ya na tu ya ke na ta. Staying with the breath as we receive these codes. You are loved. You are protected. You are guided when you listen. Remember to ask questions, to call upon higher guidance with your free will. You got this. Change. May this be as the I am. Wholeness and balanced love. When you're ready, you may open your eyes, move your body, and continue forward with your day. Thank you all for joining me for this episode of Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I will be a special guest later today at 4 p.m. Eastern on Embodying the Universal Laws, Soul Awakening with Sandra podcast. And we'll be talking about numerology with the Universal Laws. Then you guys can catch me tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, the next episode of Grand Rising with ChristoLight, as we travel into the 11th ray of divine rays. Till then, wholeness and balanced love. Like, share, and subscribe. (2023) Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the Christ light within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. Enjoy this content. If you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus ChristoLight, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe.